Welcome back. So we went over the syllabus in the last recording, and now I want to talk about the Canvas setup in a typical day doing your work in this class. So we already clicked the Get Started. We saw this video right here that we're watching right now, and now I can go straight to the modules by clicking right here. And you can see our welcome module right there. And you see where we left off. We left off the syllabus. And then after the syllabus comes the schedule. And this is just the 5th page from the schedule that I mentioned I'd like you to print because it keeps you on track. So have this somewhere. So I have it as a PDF so it's easy to print. It's just the 5th page of your syllabus. So you can check things off as you go, make sure you're on track, and because if you fall behind, it's really hard to catch up. And then the next thing, so I viewed this, I'm going to click next. It's going to take me to the next thing in the module, which is my office hours. And as you can see, I'm just kind of clicking through all these things, and then there's some best practices I'd like you to read. And I'm going to click next. I'm going to have you read that on your own. And then once you're done, click next. Make sure you read these. There's a quiz, sort of activity 1. It's kind of a little quiz over this stuff that you got to get a good score on. And here's those videos I mentioned about how to make a PDF. And I'm going to jump over to modules again so you can see kind of where I'm at. I want to show you what we just did here. So because I viewed these, I got all these green check marks, and I viewed them by doing the next button. You can also just come straight to here to wherever you left off and click right here to pick up where you left off. So we left off at message your professor. So that's me. I want you to use that inbox, send me a message, introduce yourself, and then after you do that, you're going to have to mark this one as done. It's not just click next, but you got to mark it as done and then click next. So you won't be able to get to activity 1 until you click the done button here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to message my professor. I'll click that inbox. I'm not actually going to do it because I am me, so I can't inbox me. But you should click on this, send me a message, and then you can mark done right here. Now sometimes the mark is done button, in fact usually I find it right here next to the next button, like I have in the picture right here. For some reason on this one it showed up on top. I don't really know why. So if you're on the computer, check for that mark as done button either below next to the next button or in the top right corner. If you're on a phone or a tablet, then it looks a little different and you don't see that mark is done. It just has the next button. And if you click next, you'll get a locked screen. It won't let you do the next activity because you didn't mark it as done. So to mark it's done on the phone, you go to those the 3 dots on the top right, and then you'll get this option to mark as done. So this doesn't show up until you click those 3 dots. So if you're on a phone or a tablet, go ahead and click those 3 dots, mark as done. Once it's marked as done, I'll go ahead and mark it as done. Let's pretend I sent myself a message. And then it gives you that next button. And now it's not, locked. If I do not have it marked as done, I forget to click that button and I click next, then it won't let me see the next item in the module. It says a completion prerequisite exists, and it tells me what it is. And it says, oh, wait. Oh, I got to go back and message my professor. So I got to go to the previous activity and mark it as done before I can go on. From the modules, you can see that. So I have all these green checks, but for this one, it says mark as done. I don't have a green check here, even though I viewed it, because I didn't mark it as done. So I can't get to this one. This one's gray. And if I try to go to it, it doesn't work. The only way to get to it was clicking that next button and then it wouldn't open. So for it to open, I have to go here. I have to do this. Click mark as done. Whoops. There we go. And then the next activity will open up. So this activity 1's kind of a check-in that you kind of read that introductory module. So a little quiz about it. You'll be able to take this quiz as many times as you want, unlimited attempts, so you will be able to get 100%. And you have to get 100% in order to move on. So I want to make sure that you heard enough or understood enough that you don't get hiccups in the course. So after you've read through a whole introductory module, go ahead and take this quiz. I'm going to go ahead and take that quiz on the side and be right back. All right, so I took my quiz, Activity 1, and I scored 9 out of 10. That is the highest you'll be able to score computer graded questions because the 10th point is actually teacher graded. So you'll score 9 out of 10 once you get all those questions correct. And that last point I will give you when I grade these manually. But you do have unlimited attempts, so keep trying until you get all nine possible points. And then we can go on to our next activity. So now I finished that full first module, and I'm now in the second module. I'm going to click back to module so you can see discussion 1 shows up after I finished that first module. I've done everything. That last thing was that activity I just did, and now I'm in chapter 1. So our first content. So now we're going to do the discussion. After I contribute to that discussion, I'll contribute once, and then I'll have to come back in a couple days after some other people have had time to comment so I can respond to some people. And then here's where I do my notes in my lesson and the videos and the textbook. And here is where I find out what homework problems to do. So my homework problems, the problem numbers to do will be in here, and whatever files I need to do that homework. So I'm going to start by doing my discussion. I'm going to keep this short for the sake of this video. I'm just going to say hi. And you'll say more, of course. You'll answer these 4 questions and then respond to 2 or more of your classmates. And I'll post that. I have to post before I can see the other responses. So our first classmate has already responded. And now I'm going to go to the next thing, which is types of data. So this is our first lesson. So these videos are recorded by the author of our textbook. This is Matt Tishau. He's a professor here at COC, and he has videos that go along with each of the textbook excerpts. So here's your textbook for section 1A, and here's some video notes. So this is like your live class that you're not getting. These videos, you cannot skip them. They're really important. The textbook is, it's got a lot more details. So it's great for getting some more explanation. But these videos really kind of pinpoint exactly what you need to get from that section, and it'll really help you do the homework. So he's got the whiteboard notes that he's got, basically the whiteboard that's behind him while he's teaching. Those right here for optional download. The textbook right here for more details and more examples, and his video. And usually most sections he has more than one video here, but in this one is just 1A. So there's our short video. And then this one is one where you're going to have to mark as done to show me that you watched that video. Not to show me. Remember, I don't see those green check marks, but to show yourself. So it's kind of like keeping a tally of where you left off. So after I watch this video, I'm going to click mark as done. What if I don't click mark as done and I just click next? Or I'm on my phone, I don't see the mark as done, so I just click next. What's going to happen? It's going to say, nope, can't open this because there's still a completion prerequisite. You have to go back and mark this thing as done. Okay, so I'll go back, mark as done, and then click next. So I've watched my video, taken my notes, and I'm ready to do the homework. That brings me to the next thing in the module, which is the homework. And this is the thing I said, it's so important that you do it in pencil first. You can do one question at a time, or you can do the whole thing, but do your pencils first for your answer and answer every question. Even if you don't know it, take a guess. And then, so these the problems that you're going to answer are 1, 2, and 3 from this right here. Here's the data that you're going to use for that. And the directions are in the problems. And then when you're ready, after you've done a problem and you're ready to check it, you put your pencil down and you open up the answer key. In the answer key, you have your red pen in hand. So I'm going to do that on a piece of paper or on my tablet. It's got to be handwritten, not typed. Handwritten in pencil and then corrected in handwriting in pen. Now this one, it's not going to let me go on until I submit an assignment. So if I go back to the modules, I see that. So for the homework pages, it always says submit. So once you're done with the module, you can always shrink it up like that. And you can kind of see right where you left off because there's your green checks. Oh, I left off. I did my notes, but I did not do my homework yet. And remember, this one I have to submit before it will give me a green check. So I can't get to here until I submit this. So say I've done my homework in my notebook. I like to keep my homework in a spiral notebook so I can save it for the exams. And now I'm ready to upload. So I'll click Start Assignment. I'm going to choose a file. We'll just do a picture here. Actually, you do need to choose a PDF file. PDF only for your test. So, I think I said that in the beginning modules. So you're going to submit a PDF file here. Oh yeah, it's right here, PDF. So a single PDF file, and you can watch those videos about how to make a single PDF file that are in that first introductory module. So I went to my files and I uploaded a PDF file here. And now I click submit, and now it will let me go on to the next thing in the module. Yay! Okay, so that's submitted. I go on and I can keep going. So that's kind of a typical day. You do your notes, and after you do your notes, so you can see that these notes, there's going to be more of them this time. So as you get a little deeper into the course, you get a little more videos. Videos kind of pinpoint the important stuff from the text. The text gives you more information, but you can get everything you need from the videos and use that textbook as kind of additional support. All right, so that's kind of your typical day and how you work through the chapters. When you get discussion, you got to contribute. That takes you to the next thing. Your notes, so after you're done taking your notes, click Done. That'll give you a green check mark and open up the homework. Open up the homework. Once you submit that in a PDF, you'll get that green check and it'll open up the next notes. So as you're working through your course, any questions that come up, any hiccups, please message me sooner than later so you're not stuck and wasting precious time just being frustrated. So message me, let me help you. I'm here. I know that I'm not physically here. We're all online, but I am just on the other side of the computer. My inbox is available. And yeah, so send me an inbox, any problem at all. So I'm looking forward to getting to know y'all better soon. And good luck this semester.